What's up?
Faith, we're
Okay.
not.
How are you?
For one, I
Hey,
just want
I'm
to
just
say
gonna.
thank you for unblocking me
I'm
and
okay.
coming over here to talk. Also, we're not going to attack you in any ways at all, ever.
Mm-mm.
I know a lot of people say that, and then it ends up being an attack.
Okay.
I don't do that here at all.
Faith, you know me and you can vouch for me and I can vouch for you on this. We've been friends for about a year, correct? Okay. Me and you were very close with everything. And my thing is that there was a lot of things that were brought to my attention. As you know, I was off the app. I haven't been online. I literally got on and then I was hit with everything. And we sent messages back and forth yesterday, but between your live and my life, we just were, we weren't able to have a conversation. And I feel like I love you to death, but there has been some things that has happened that has been brought to my attention.
Already.
Okay, well, my question is, go ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
My question is
Go ahead.
like, I don't understand why. I don't even know how to explain this. What happened? What has happened? And I don't want like people did this to me. This is a part where everybody can be held accountable for their actions, yours, mine, people that have wronged you, people that you've wronged, whatever. My question is that what happened between the time on the other app or in the past 6 months to now that you have literally been exposed to the point of so many people hating you? Like, what happened? Because obviously you're not the same person that you were a year ago. And that's what I was just talking about, was the fact that you were this sweet, funny, beautiful young lady. And like, we would go on lives and joke about medications. And, we would talk about your disability and Tay's cancer. And we would all take Zofran together at night to be able to sleep and laugh and giggle and twerk in boxes and be fun. I just don't understand.
Yeah.
And I like I said,
love to explain that.
please, I will mute. Please, you have the floor.
One question though, before I spill my guts about that. Why are you saying that you gifted me $2,000?
Because we were doing box battles and stuff with Tay, and we were supposed to recycle, and I did gift you what was it? It was 4 Midases and a werewolf, and it was supposed to be recycled back, and it never was. And I have those screen recordings based off of my agency. That was when I was pushing for my birthday back in June.
Yeah. And I did not give them back to you because guess what? I needed it. And I couldn't give it back to you at that time.
Well, I wish you would have said that, because it ended up hurting me tremendously and my children. And it almost made my car get repossessed. It caused a lot of issues, which is why I got off the app completely. And I told Tay about it. And Tay said that she was going to talk to you about it, because at that point in time I was blocked. And then just recently I was unblocked. So, I mean, if everybody's gifting you and stuff, I would really appreciate those gifts back so I could get caught up and especially spend that money on my kids for Christmas, considering I just had a stroke and some other things have happened. I would greatly appreciate it if you would be able to return that money.
Yeah. I'll see what I can do. I'm going through my own shit. But I'll try to. And where do you say that you gifted me $2,000?
It was on Favorited.
Receipts?
Yeah, I have those receipts.
Okay.
I'll send them to you. I'll send them to you.
You're never on. You've never, like, I've never sent you a dime. So I know that.
Oh, but you have. Because it was you and Stumps and Tay and Nina was all in there. And then right after that, Mariana. Yeah, because I was pushing for podium. And I was pushing for.
I have receipts of that.
That's fine.
Sent you a dime.
She has receipts, Faith.
Yeah, I've never sent her a dime. I've never sent her anything. And I have the receipts to prove it.
Hold on 1 second. Respectfully,
Wait, how can you have receipts of nothing?
That's what I don't understand. To prove that I've sent nothing to Brittany.
That's what I'm saying. Like, how do you have receipts of nothing if nothing happened?
Transactions on Favorited. Brittany's name is not there.
Okay, that's all I was asking. How you can have transactional reports when there was no transactions? That's all. That's all I was asking.
Okay.
Okay,
And
my
Yeah,
phone just
so
glitched.
there's
I know what I was saying
Hold on,
is I
hold on.
have I
1 second. I'm on a computer, so like I do talk over people. It's not on purpose, I promise. To my chat, please stop requesting boxes. I did promise Faith that she would not get attacked over here, and I am true to my word. I don't lie about that. So Faith feels comfortable with the boxes that are already up, obviously, because she's here. I'm not accepting any more at all.
Thank you.
and I will second that because the fact that this conversation definitely needed to happen. I'm sorry that I glitched for a second. But no, we're not going to be here to bully. I'm here for obviously to expose what I know. And I, even in the boxes, I have said nothing but the truth. I have not sat here and talked anything or bullied. I've spoke facts. I'm confronting someone that I considered a friend who I even went to bat for in the past on multiple occasions. That Faith has already admitted that I have came to her backing multiple times before. And like I said, up until what was it, 3 months ago, I quit streaming. And then I came back to this and I've tried to DM her a few times, and
The
between her
only
mods
time you DM me was yesterday.
yes. And I was trying to have a conversation with you yesterday. I sure did. Before that, we have not had any correspondence or spoke to each other in a very long time because like I said, I have not been on any social medias, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
But the only thing you said, you didn't mention any coins when we first started the conversation. You just said, why was I blocked? And can you stick up for me? So this is kind of surprising to me because I have all the transactions on my favorited account and I've never sent you anything.
Okay. Well, if you go back on June 27th, when I was pushing, you'll see it.
Okay, let me look. And
Well, I mean, like, there's other things that need to be discussed. So, I mean, we can deal with that when we deal with it. I'm not really, that's not my big concern right now. I mean, $2,000 is $2,000. I mean, if I get it, I get it. If I don't, then I hope it was spent wisely. But the fact of the matter is that there's been a lot of questions and people have asked me questions and I can't sit there and say yes or no because I'm not knowledgeable. So I know there has been a lot of screen recordings. There's been a lot of this and that. And out of love for you, I just want to know, you've admitted to lies and that is very, I respect that. But what I want to know is that when you say that you lie about stuff, is that you take accountability for those lies, or like what is going on? Like, why the personality shift?
the answer that I'm about to give, you won't believe and you won't care and you'll say that I'm lying because everyone else has.
Well,
Please
I mean, I know you
try,
say.
Faith. Please try.
Try to give the answer. Everybody wants to hear your answer.
I feel like the reason the whole shift happened, I genuinely feel, and this has nothing to do with anyone on this platform. This has to do with my home life, with my personal life, with everything going on at home. I feel very mentally and emotionally hurt and abused by my family, and it's fucking with my head. It's not good.
Okay, so going forward, and I hear that in your voice, and I like I said, Faith, I know you well enough to know some of your triggers. We've talked about those in the past. Is that the reason why you're trying to stack and save your money so you can move it on your own to be independent?
I'm in bankruptcy, bro. Like, I'm gifted so much and cared so much about other people, and I can't care about myself because every time I try to care about myself, I get shot down by my own family.
Okay, so as a caregiver, and I see both sides of it. My question is that, I'm a mom. I have wild, feral children. You've seen me literally throw flip-flops at my kids on screen before.
Yeah.
You knew how I am. I tell them quickly to shut the fuck up and find something safe to do. But have you ever thought that, I I can understand being trapped in a house 24/7,
Burnout is a
365.
big thing, if that's what you're gonna say.
Do what?
For them, burnout for them is a big thing. They're burnt out, and I am too. But the thing that
And-
I'm struggling with the most is the constant mind fucking from them. They say, "Oh, if you don't like it here, then just leave."
Well,
But-
that's,
and then
I mean,
say,
and I get that.
"Okay." And then I say, "Okay, I'll leave." And I'm trying to rack my brain on how to leave. And then when I find a solution, I'm told, "Well, we're concerned about your safety, so stay here."
But I think
And that fucks with my head.
I think
But
Faith. Oh, go ahead, Amanda.
remember when me and you talked the other day?
Mhm.
Okay. And do you remember what I said that when I feel like, and we had a very good conversation.
Mhm.
When they hear you say how much you don't
Word.
want to be there and that they do this and they do that, do you think part of that affects how they
Yeah,
react
of
to that?
course.
Okay.
That's a human reaction.
Right.
I'm not innocent and they're not. And we're both not.
Also,
and I understand that.
also, Faith, I've watched you for a long time. So, you're 28 and
Correct.
you are capable of a lot of things. We've seen it on the app. You are capable of being a 28-year-old adult.
Mhm.
I have a 23-year-old, and sometimes when she gets mad at me, and she's not disabled or anything, but when she gets mad at me, I say, if you don't like the rules, get out, because she's 23. So
And
at
they
some
say that
point,
my
the
whole life.
28-year-old in you should be, forget about all the money and all that other stuff, because, my thoughts are you should have saved it to move. That's my
I
thoughts.
can't, love.
But
I
I think
couldn't
that
at the time.
I think at 28 years old, you should be looking for that exit plan out of your parents'
have
house.
for 8 years.
Okay,
And
so I'm going to say something real quick. Would you say that it was irresponsible to gift other people out of love in that moment instead of saving it for yourself? Do you feel like that's something that was irresponsible on your part?
Well, first of all, yes. But I will say it was irresponsible, but in the moment, that very moment, I want to give someone a better life than I have right now.
And I get
So
that
do I
100% because
think-
that's how people, you end up getting gifts. It's because people feel the same way for you. But what I'm saying is that
I've gifted out more than I've ever received. Let's be very clear about that. Even on Meet Me, even on every other platform, I've gifted out more than
But
I
Faith,
received.
that doesn't make anybody feel better. You keep saying that, and it kind of just adds fuel to the fire.
No,
I know
I'm
that it
just
makes.
saying,
I
like,
know that it makes you feel good, and I'm sure those people really, really appreciate it. But I think what Brittany has been telling us is who you were before
Yeah.
all of this happened, and
Yeah,
how we
I
can
was-
help you get back to that place, because you seem to be happy. You seem to be a really good friend. So I think what
Yeah.
she's asking is
for the
what-
bullshit to stop and stop doing it like a shit show and be the Faith that I loved and knew a year ago. And
Right.
I'm straight up. I'm
Right,
straight up.
I want that girl back too.
Well, then how
Let's
can
be
we help
very
you
honest.
get that? Because the lies and the manipulation and the poor pitiful me is not going to get you nowhere.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just
no,
making people
no,
angry.
look, honestly,
The-
Faith, how
first
can
of all,
we? Because
What
I'll even
what
get
lies?
with you and do
What
fun
lies
stuff.
are you speaking of right at this moment?
Honey,
Well,
you tell lies every day. So
Right.
And
we
that's
can't pull them out of
understandable
we can't-
because
No, but what's the biggest lie that you feel hurt by? Let's start with that.
well,
One at a time, ladies. One at a time, please.
what about
You know-
telling people that you're in a DV situation, you need to move immediately, and then you don't take the funds to move?
was the truth. At the
Because I'm going to
time.
tell you, as a DV survivor, when you want to go and you have to move immediately, you take those funds and you go.
You run.
So that's what I'm saying.
I
as a t-
can't. If someone disengages my fucking chair, I cannot leave.
That's
But they
not
dis-
TV, Faith. You and I talked about that.
I
But they
understand that,
disengaged
but
your
in the
Hey,
chair
hey,
to
hey,
moment,
get
hey,
her
one at a
that's how
time.
I
Hold on.
feel.
Pause for a second. One at a time. We're not here to attack her. We're here to get truth.
No,
And we're here,
Absolutely.
hold on. We're here to get truth. We're here out of love because we're all tired of the same shit. And I'm personally, as a friend of Faith's for over a year ago, am here to try to get to the bottom of it because my heart is breaking because this is not who I befriended, loved, and supported. And that going forward, people in the chat, I understand we're all outraged about the same thing, but we're here to get the facts and the truth. So if you have a question, then ask the questions, but don't bully. Because I personally will come
100%.
after you.
100% agree.
the truth is, the simple truth of why I lie is because I don't even know how to explain it other than I've always felt like I had to lie to survive in my house because I don't know what else to do because I don't feel comfortable or safe to tell the truth.
Okay. Well, so basically what you're telling me is that you lie to protect yourself and
Yes.
and you also lie on social formats to get the
Try to get
attention
out.
to
Try to
get the
get out.
attention and to get the support because you don't feel it in your own home.
But Faith,
Yes,
girl, okay, I just want to say I do awareness on you. We do watch you. We do. I'm not even gonna lie about that, as you can see on the
I
screen.
know.
I pray for your upcoming, not your downfall. Unlike some of the people that do watch you, I do wish you the best. I honestly do. Like, whenever you did that live with KJ and y'all was doing makeup, but you couldn't because you didn't have the proper makeup, like, my heart was so happy for you. Like, I will stop, like, I won't stop doing awareness on other people, but I would stop, like, pause for you and do a happy live with you, not for gifts or anything,
I
but
want
just to
that.
make you
But,
happy.
like-
I really will. And I would love to, oh, Faith is live, let's go see what she's doing, and you're doing something happy. And then eventually it will all go
and
away.
I will be honest with you. I don't feel like I can do that without getting out of my house.
Okay, well then I have an idea. I have a great idea. How about your next live? You ignore all the comments, you ignore everything, or make a video. And starting off to stop the hate and the bullying online, how about you make a video admitting and taking responsibility and accountability for the things that you have lied about and apologize publicly on that?
I've done that 50 times.
No, I'm saying make a video and say, I, Faith, lied about, and then list them. And you're going to get hate.
I lied about, though. I really don't. Everything I've ever said has been the truth.
Can I say something real quick?
DV
Absolutely, Kara.
situation. That's the wording that
Faith.
got me fucked up. But
Faith, hold on a second, okay? Before anybody else speaks, I'm not letting anybody else in boxes up here. Whoever is up here is up here. So please don't ask to be in boxes, and we're not going to attack Faith, and we're not going to bully her. I will mute and block. Sorry, if you think I'm being a bitch right now, it is because I am. But do not come in here and attack Faith. That's not what she came over here for. Thank you. Go ahead.
Would you say that sometimes you lie and get caught up in the lie and don't realize it's a lie until after the fact?
I would say, can you explain what I've lied about? Is my question.
I mean, I haven't sat here and seen you lie because, like I said, I just got about all this stuff
I
like
got
48
one.
hours ago.
I got one. When you said that a certain individual came and visited you for the weekend to scare somebody, and it wasn't true. Your
To
mom
scare
debunked
them?
that.
To
Your
scare
mom,
them?
what it had to do with Danny going down to Waco. That was a lie.
Yeah, because I fucked with her, and I wanted to fuck with her.
So you made that lie for clout?
No, I made that lie because I don't like her. And when she pushed me so fucking far, if she's destroying me, sorry that I pushed back.
But it was debunked by your mother. Like, it wasn't even a good lie.
Yeah. it wasn't about being a good lie. It was just about the fact that she doesn't like him for some whatever reason. I don't know, because her information was never doxed by that man.
But do you
Ever.
I have a
do you
question, Faith.
realize? Hold on one second, Alex. Do you realize when you make up lies like that people get angry because they're watching you for you, Faith. They're watching you. They see you. You laugh. You have an infectious giggle. There's a lot of good for you. But when you lie, and given all the scammer posts and all the awareness pages on you, when you lie, it just reinforces the fact that you're not this good person. You're this person that lies.
I have to lie because Danny and Tiara and all those people, all I've asked for is peace, and they can't give it to me.
Because,
But
baby,
they
I got to
say
tell you this: you can't have peace if you're still creating chaos.
That
the
and
only
why
way-
they're creating chaos is because they are sitting there streaming me every fucking day
Faith,
and making my
literally
life
though,
live
with
in hell.
IP Sniffer, okay, you lost Elijah because of that decision.
No, I didn't. I don't care.
You should though.
I don't care. I
You
don't.
said you loved
Faith, how are you
him.
gonna say
I
you don't care?
do. I do. I do love
I hope
him.
you know Elijah can hear you right now, and you said you don't care.
Yeah, I was just gonna say Alex
I
is
did.
here.
I did say I don't care because at the end of the day, Elijah easily dropped me for someone that he doesn't even know.
No, he never
It
even
wasn't
agreed to
easy.
anything.
He came back 3 times.
No, he
He's
dropped
right
me
here.
for someone I didn't even know.
Faith, I'm going to say this
IP
as
Sniffer is a
bluntly
good
and
person.
listen, Faith, as a friend that saw the old version of you before the fame, before the money, back when you were scared to even go on a camera, that you literally sat there and we would laugh and giggle and everybody, all the good times. Okay.
The same Elijah, the same old Faith Elijah knew, by the way.
Yeah,
Stop
What I'm
I know.
telling you-
requesting
And I can't-
boxes. I'm not letting people
and I
up.
can't be that person. I can't be the person that you guys know if I can't get out of my house.
But you can, and here's why. You're gonna go over and you have I as a psychology major and as somebody that personally knows you and has loved you once upon a time and have supported you, you know me. You know how my personality, and you know I'll call you out when I call you out, and I do it out of love and respect. And I'm calling you out right now, and here's why. Faith, you need to quit the attention. You need to
No,
quit.
it's not the attention, Brittany. If you could find me a place that I could go easily, that I don't have to
Wait a
sit-
minute. Wait a minute.
There's
Wait a minute.
place called respite care. You can
You
call
just-
them.
You just told us the other night, and I'm sorry to talk over you, Brittany. You just told everybody on live the other night that you have an apartment, and now you're
Yeah.
saying you can't go anywhere.
I can't go anywhere until I get out of this bankruptcy thing, until I have things straightened up with my job, and that took about 8 years to do. I don't even know if I can do it by myself because I need to set up care first.
But that's the thing, and here we go. That's the thing, Faith. You come up and you say, "I have an apartment, I have a job, I have this, I have that," and you don't. And it's the same old rinse and recycle. What I'm hearing from everybody.
Do I need to dox my own address?
No,
No,
we're
you
not
don't have
asking
the
you to
apartment. You
dox
said
yourself.
you just said you don't know. You don't have
I don't
anywhere
know
else
if
to
I can
go.
do it myself,
But
but
that's
I have the ability to go to a place and go.
okay.
Is
Then
that the apartments that you posted online, the assisted living for the disabled adults that you posted on your page?
Nope, it's completely different, and I'm not going to dox
Then-
myself.
Then why are you talking about having? Again, I'm not coming at you. Please don't think I am. My voice is just like that. Why are you telling everybody that you have an apartment, you have a job, and you're
Because
telling
that is
everybody
something
that?
I'm excited about.
Okay,
and-
but do you have it?
Do I have it? I have it if I can get all of those things set up. I
Okay,
have not signed a lease. No.
Okay, so then and that's it, we're playing word games then.
All right. Well, then
It's a
I'm gonna
word
say
game.
this then. Then why were you online yesterday saying that you got a job with and don't butt in yet. Let me finish. Why did you say that you got a job with Amazon and they were going to give you full benefits for X
What,
amount of
can you
hours
see
and
this?
X? Hold on. I know I can't see anything because your thing isn't live. Okay, and you've seen you've shown the piece of paper. I mean, like we've seen the paper. What I'm saying is you said that you got a job with Amazon and you get paid X amount of hours and they're giving you full benefits and they're
Correct,
giving you a
yes.
apartment during a week before Christmas.
Yeah.
It's a pre-hire, Faith. I had
No.
that too. I had that. I
No.
worked for Amazon. It's a
This-
pre-hire.
This is the checklist. All I have to do is go on December 27th and go to training and get my badge. And then after that, I start work.
So you're
officially.
okay, let me get this right.
No, honey.
You're pre-hire the paperwork that you're
Can I
assuming.
switch phones real quick? I have to show you. I have to green screen something on this phone.
Your pre-hire that's a checklist for you to fill out, that you
Yeah.
have to do your background check,
I
all
already
the
did
other
it.
stuff.
It's already complete. All of it's already complete.
You just said you had to complete it though.
I have to get my badge and go to training.
So
That's all I have to do.
but your training is so you're saying that your training is going to be on December 27th for the 4 hours that you were speaking of.
Correct, yes.
Oh,
Okay,
that-
well my
hold on.
next question,
That was a good question in the comments. Did you fill out your tax form, like your W-2 for the job?
Yes, I did. My direct deposit is the
No.
same as it's always been.
That's different, honey. It's your W-2 is what you claim, and your I-9 is when you give them your information.
Yeah,
You filled
I
all that
filled it all
paperwork out.
Yes, correct.
When did you go get your background check done?
On the 16th.
And Faith, no one is hoping, to clarify, no one is hoping that you don't have this job.
no, if
We
you
think it
get
would
this
be
job, girl,
amazing.
I personally
I
will
have
jump up
this
and down.
job, and I want to show you.
Okay, I
Please,
just
can
think
I show
the
you?
paper that you showed said seasonal.
Here,
Not the pre-hire checklist, but the one before that said seasonal employee. And
I was
all of
seasonal
us who have-
last time, and I get by full benefits. Do you guys understand what I mean by that, though?
I think the
I would like for you to clarify.
The bigger picture, though, is you can show, Faith, you could show a document that says Faith Langhorn hired at Amazon, and everybody's going to go, no, you're not, until you actually go. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't mean that in a mean way. I just think that's why you're getting so much pushback.
Yeah, I think because
But
of
the
all
thing is,
the all
even if
the
she does have a job, what does that mean?
right, and because of all the lies and the pushback, you can show us something till we're blue in the face. But unless you get up physically out of your house and go to
I
that
can't
job,
do that until the 27th, guys.
Okay, well then on the 27th, I want a full report and I want you to do a live and tell us how awesome it was, or even leaving the Amazon place so we can debunk the lies and actually see the truth. Because here's the thing.
exactly.
Nobody is going to believe you unless they see it live, and everything that you do live, including this stream right now, is going to be recorded and something's going to be said about it because of the web that you have strung in the past. So the only way to get past all of this is to start being 110% transparent without doxing yourself. And
Can I ask you what things that you think, according to you, that is the most, like, the biggest thing that people are mad at? Because
Can you at
6
least
months ago-
apologize about saying that you were in a DV situation?
Yeah, that's a big one.
Yeah, I
That's a
especially
very
for
big one.
survivors, because
Because
it takes
that was a complete lie.
it takes a lot for a DV survivor to come forward. Like I said, I know because I'm one of them, and it
Same.
takes a
It
lot.
wasn't a lie. You don't understand. It wasn't
Baby,
a lie.
I'm-
Okay, listen. Wait, I want to talk to her for a second. If it wasn't a lie, you know what DV stands for, right? You shouldn't say it on here. I don't know if it's a soft word, but
Yep.
you know what it stands for, right? And you know especially
Yep.
what the V stands for, right?
Yep.
What V has been committed against you?
Ma'am, it's illegal in the state of Texas to disengage someone's wheelchair.
Even if someone's coming at you and ramming you with it?
It's illegal.
No,
It's
but that's what you were doing.
Wow.
When your
one's
dad
coming
disengaged
after me.
when your dad disengaged your chair, you were ramming your mom with the chair.
If I rammed her, her leg would be broken.
No,
She
because
would
they
have
disengaged
some
it.
issue.
Faith, I'm going to give you an example of what a real DV is, and I'm not
I
trying to
know.
get except. No, you don't. My ex-husband went to jail for trying to murder me. That is DV.
Yeah.
What you
I
had,
was put in ICU after being taped and then later
Yes.
found out I was pregnant with my son.
that's DV. What you experienced was somebody disengaging your chair because they were mad at you. You did
That's
not get any
illegal.
physical harm.
That's not
Okay,
That's
illegal, Faith.
illegal. You
just
don't
because,
understand that.
but Faith,
It may be
remember when we
illegal.
talked and I told you, just
Please.
Faith, when
I-
we talked on the phone and I said, I'm not arguing with you that it's not illegal. Okay. And me and you agreed with that, right?
Mhm.
But it's not DV what he did. And when you
But
do,
it's self-defense. That's the thing. Like you guys
It
shouldn't go
doesn't
around with
matter.
the fact
It's
of like,
still
oh, well,
illegal.
maybe it was illegal, maybe it wasn't. It's self-defense.
but
It's
How do
self-defense.
you know that?
There,
how do
listen.
you know
In
that I did
Texas,
that?
in Texas, there is a stand your ground rule. So they could have even taken it further with the fact that you were hitting them with that
How
chair.
do
Yeah.
you know I
Do you
was
realize
hitting
that
them? I
that was not
hitting
illegal?
them.
That was
I was
you.
Alex.
Your
I
mom
was
would not
not
lie
hitting
to me.
them.
Your mom
I'm
would
not
not lie to
lying
me.
to you.
Your mom. You're saying your mom lied to me. Your mom lied straight to my face.
She expresses things in a
Is
much
that
more
what you're
extreme
saying? Are
way.
you saying your mom lied straight to my face?
I talked to her and I moved the chair forward, but I never touched her.
Because she disengaged your dad disengaged your chair because your mom was
I
against
never
the wall.
touched her, period.
Your
before
mom
he
was
disengaged
cornered
my
into
chair.
a wall and you were not
No.
letting her walk away. When she
Oh
would
my
try to
God.
get
She
around,
never.
you were
Her
moving the
back was
chair.
never
Your
against
mom
the wall.
your mom told us the story. You were in their room. She was in the room. You were
And
back
I
faced to
fought
the
with
door.
her.
You would
Okay,
not
okay,
let her
okay.
out of the door.
May
So
I?
then that's what happened. But you have to if you
No.
but okay, let's bring it back. You're saying what can I do to make it right? This is
Just
one of the things
agree.
because the
Just
main
agree
thing
to everything and apologize for everything, even
but
if I
that's the
didn't
truth
do
of the matter. That's
it.
not
Even if I did
violence.
not do it.
That's
You
You
have
not violence,
people,
Faith.
Faith,
That's not violence. That's not what that is.
Faith.
Faith, here's the thing. You have triggered a lot of people that were in life and unaliving situations to the
Yep.
point they had to fight for their life, me included. I was a victim. I was in ICU fighting for my life because someone had attacked me. So my thing is that what you're saying, yes, you could feel victimized in that moment, but you cannot say the word DV and say that you were a victim of DV.
That's what it's called in
It
Texas.
isn't. It
Baby,
isn't.
I'm
It
telling
isn't,
you right
though.
now, you're going to get so many haters more than you already are because you can feel attacked. That's valid. What's not valid is you using the word DV. You can say that you were enabled, you were victimized, but you cannot use the word DV because that is not what that was. And that's why 90% of the people are coming after you is because there's people like me and Mare Bear and thousands and hundreds of thousands of other people that have been in DV situations and had to pick our kids with $2 to our names and run or wind up in the hospital. And it's
Yep.
fighting for our lives that we still to this day have PTSD and have to go to therapy for. That is a huge trigger. And you sitting here saying that would be like somebody saying they had cancer when all actuality they had a skin tag. It is
Faith.
not the same thing.
But see, Faith, when you and I talked on the phone, you told me you understood it wasn't DV. I said, and I told you, you 1,000% had a right, like she said, to feel victimized, whether you were enabling the situation or not. Okay. You see what I'm saying?
I want
Okay.
everybody that I want everybody that has been a victim of DV to put a purple heart in the chat.
Can you big box me, please? Just
You can
one.
show us that, Faith, all you want.
No, but
That's
the
not
state of
what
Texas.
you're missing the whole entire point. The whole entire point of a DV situation is that There is violence upon you. That's what the word is. And it's done domestically by somebody who who cares about you and hurts
Exactly.
you physically. You were not physically hurt. You did not have to run for your life. You did not
I
have to worry
did.
about
Do you
What's
children.
the
know,
difference?
You
Faith,
did not
do you
have
know
to do
that,
any of that.
One at a
Faith, do you know that emotional abuse is actually, I mean, my bad, but do you know that that word emotional is not listed in DV in Texas?
Yes, it is. Yes,
No,
it
it's
is.
no, it's not.
Emotional abuse in Texas.
That's
Look,
not
That is,
DV.
it has to have multiple and also physical, whatever. I don't even know a word that
They
rhymes with
turned
that,
it
but
off.
there
They
has,
did not destroy it. You
they
were
have,
not out
yeah, it
of your
wasn't
chair. You
destroyed.
were not enabled by you
But
were
I
the
don't
battery was
understand,
turned
why
off.
is this
the
turning
turning
into a
off
convince
is
you?
abuse
You
because it's
asked,
denying.
Faith, here's the thing. You asked what you have done wrong, and asking people for thousands of dollars under like case scenario that you can pick apart like this, it should have been like point blank that you were in a DV situation. This is not point blank because people are split on the decision. People are you're trying to find laws for it. It's not clear that you were being, you know,
You can ask
Faith,
my own father.
abused.
Faith.
No one would
You
say,
got pinched and made a big
No,
deal
you
about
can
it.
ask my
Your
own
mom
father
pinched
that
you.
disengaging my chair is a form of that.
But what I'm
You can
saying
ask my
is,
own father.
listen. You got pinched and made a big deal about it,
No,
and had
I got pinched because
everybody
it was
looking at your
hurtful.
pinch. That still is not DV. You
Let's
may
take
I
it a
have
step
never said
further.
it
you may
was. I
You
have
said
had
that
emotional
a
was
friend.
abuse. You may have emotional abuse, which nobody's arguing. You and your parents fight all the time. You both emotionally abuse each other. That's fine. That's part of the caregiver. But when you start stepping into a domestic violence situation, a DV situation, sorry, I didn't mean to say the word. When you put your hand down, I'm not done. When you start saying that you are a DV survivor, what I would like you to do is actually Google some of the stories that people have for DV. I would love for you to do that. You cannot compare your situation to somebody else's. Emotional abuse is one thing, DV is another.
You're muted. You're
Here's the
muted.
thing.
Unmute
I'm going to
yourself.
say something further. Chat, don't come with rumors. We're trying to get to the bottom of some of the things that were said. We're going by facts, not rumors. If you have a question, a valid question, please put respectfully asking and then the question. This is not a bully session. This is a clarification. This is something we're trying to get transparent. We are trying to, get to the bottom of some things. We're doing this out of love and respect by people that are the closest to her. Once again, you have people in here that are victims of all different things. And this is a platform that we're doing this out of love and respect to try to get the crazy to stop so that everybody can move forward and that hopefully we can get some awareness to not only the followers in here of almost 1,000 people, but also to Faith to get a mutual ground setting so that we can move forward without the chaos.
Also, please be respectful in the comments.
Yes.
I don't know how
yes,
many
Faith.
times I got to tell y'all. I'm serious. I'll start. Knock it off.
Can I say
Yes.
something?
Yes, Faith.
The chair thing, I can grapple with that because after it being explained to me like that. But also, I will say, and my father can attest to this, and you will not believe me until I call my father if I need to, but just a week and a half ago, he gave me an extra pill without telling me.
That's part of
What
a
is
caregiver
that?
program, baby. That's what caregivers do. Caregivers will actually talk to
extra
the
pill
doctors on your
without-
behalf.
No, but I understand but they need to tell me. Period.
They do.
I don't
They
get
do.
to
They
just
should
have
have
it in
You
my
know-
mouth.
You know how many pills you take every day, though. So if you
But
want
it was an
to,
extra one, love.
so then couldn't you see that before you took it?
I asked them. I said, don't give me extra pills. And they put it in my hand. I took it. I
What was the
wasn't
extra pill
looking.
for?
Anxiety.
Okay,
And
well, would you not say that you have anxiety?
You were having extra anxiety last week. We all saw
I
it.
understand that.
So then they were just taking
understand
care
that.
of you.
What's the
I-
difference in you taking an extra pill for anxiety and
No.
and you taking
difference,
one
the
to help you go to sleep? I
the
mean, I
difference is
personally have been
Hey,
on
last
live
week,
with you,
you
and
have to admit, last week you were losing your shit, yo. They were trying to
I
help
get
you.
it.
They were trying
get
to
it.
help you. They were just trying to help.
but that's
But
not
you can
abuse,
at
honey.
least tell me. That would be the adult thing to do.
But if
instead
they
of-
tell you, then you say no, and then it starts you freaking out even more.
That is true, Faith.
So
we
you're
see
just-
it.
And the adult thing to do would have been to say, hey, I don't want this pill.
Can you
Yeah,
explain
and
to me
I
what it
did.
is?
Were
They
you
didn't force feed it to you, Faith.
They didn't tell
Faith.
me.
Faith, were you having like extra anxiety or like a panic attack like right
Yeah.
before that? Because you and I
Yeah.
talked and you told me about the anxiety. You were?
Yeah. Yeah.
Then they were
so
helping you.
He was probably helping you. And I'm just gonna say, in all honesty, he was probably just didn't say anything for the simple fact it wasn't a fight. He was trying to help you by getting your anxiety down, because you know how you are when your anxiety is up.
I don't know about you, but me and you both have had this conversation. When we get into a flare up and we get anxiety and we start freaking out and losing our shit, we become manic and unconsolable. And sometimes somebody has to give you a chill pill. And that's probably what he did was out of love was, here you go, baby. Take this, make you feel better and go to hell to sleep. That's what he
Yeah, I
did.
think that.
He didn't say here you go. He put it in my mouth.
Probably because you were manic and you were hostile and he didn't want to fight with you. And it was easier just to hand it to
But
you
that's
versus try to
okay.
argue.
And but
Yes,
they
that's
have
okay.
your best
Yes,
interests
that's
at
okay,
heart. They
Faith.
are
That's
your
okay.
caregivers and your parents. They
Yes.
love you and they do have your best interests in mind.
If they have my best interest, can you please explain?
Do you live
Why
there?
would-
Have they put you in a home? Do they bathe you? Do they take care of you? Do they feed you? Do they help pay and take you places?
I never asked them to do it.
You don't have to.
They
As a
do.
parent, that is your God-given right. That is what you're chose to do. That you don't have a choice in that. Being a parent, you either give birth to your children or you put them up for adoption.
Right.
Don't say that you're tired and you want me to leave, and when I try to, you say I'm worried for your safety.
Well,
That's what parents do. They're tired of your shit in the
parenting.
moment, but they care about you. I got an 18-year-old that does ball-headed hoe shit every day who left the house, and I was worried sick. Did I hate him in the moment? Absolutely. I hated his actions. Did I worry sick afterwards because he wasn't home? Absolutely. That's
It's
what
part-
parents do. It's never going to stop.
It's
Faith,
part of
you
being a
told
parent.
me.
It is. It
It
is.
is. And Faith, you told me that day that you and I talked about how you always are talking about on live how much you hate it there, how much you want to leave, how much you want to be independent, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So, can you honestly just take a step back, put yourself in his shoes? If he hears that all the time, all day, every day, don't you think, one, it hurts their feelings because they're your parents and they're trying to do the best they can, and two, they get tired of hearing it. So yeah, in a moment, a heat of moment, like she said, I have a daughter that's 21 with my grandson. You get mad, you get tired of it, and you're like, okay, fine, go. Do what
Of
you need to
course.
do. But
Of course. But
they're
then
going
don't
to-
stop me from leaving.
But listen, we say things sometimes out of anger, out of hurt as parents. But our worry for our kids, whether you're in our home, you're at your job, it doesn't matter. We will worry. We are your parent.
Don't you think that hearing, now here's the other side of it. You're talking, your parents said something to you that made you feel bad. don't you think the amount of times you have called your mother the names that you call her, the things that you've said, I hate you, don't you think that wears on them as well? And maybe
Of
Y'all
course,
need
but I don't
therapy.
want to
Y'all
do
need to
that.
go to damn
Yeah.
therapy. That's what y'all need.
maybe
We
they
can't
said
be
that
in the
because,
same
you know,
room.
Wait, you
We
and your
can't be in the
parents
same
can't be
room.
in the same
But
room. That's what therapy is for, is to make it to where y'all can. Because, like, therapy, so say you go to family therapy, they'll see you by yourself, your mom by herself, your dad by himself. Then eventually, after a couple sessions, they'll put you all in a room together and then have y'all work through it to where you can coexist happily together.
But the thing
yeah,
is, Faith,
and
I've told you too, is that you shouldn't blame your parents for everything you can't do, because they didn't wish for this on you. They didn't wish that you were born with cerebral palsy or that these things happen. I'm not saying that you're saying that, but your actions point to that. Basically, if they didn't exist, if they would let you do what you wanted, then your life would be so much easier. And that's not true. All of the same problems you're having, you would have, and you wouldn't even have a safeguard. You would have no safeguard. Like they're when they don't want you to leave and all that, it's because if something happens, who are you gonna call? Who are the police gonna call? They're not gonna say, "Oh, well, let's take her to a
aren't
home."
real.
They're gonna call your parents. They're gonna say, "Oh my gosh, you guys let your daughter." They might even put them on the news. Look at a disabled adult out here. Something happened, and the parents didn't even give a shit. And she's passed away or in the hospital now, or even worse. And there are sickos who take advantage of people like you. And if you're in the restroom, they could do something to you. Like there's so many like levels of like dangers, especially you being a girl and a woman, however you want to say, but it is their responsibility. It's their job. But you put them, like I always tell you, you don't separate it. The fact that you can't go out by yourself, it is sad. And that is something that you're going to have to go to therapy for, and you're going to have to come to terms with, and you're going to have to pray about and work through. But that's not their fault. That is
I
not their
never
fault that you can't go out.
Let
I
her
never
speak.
said it was their fault. You know the exact reason
Your
why I'm so
actions, I don't mean to cut
revengeful?
you off. Listen, this is what I'm saying by when I say you're saying it's their fault, is because when you say, well, I can't be around them 24/7. They tell me to leave, but then when I want to leave, they don't let me leave. You're saying that in like as if it's them who is telling you can't leave. They're telling you because you're not telling yourself. They're just telling you fact. It's not because it's how they feel. This is not feelings. This is fact. You cannot survive in the
But I
world
can't
alone.
live in fear for the rest of my life. And guess
It's
what,
not
Alex?
fear,
I
it's
did
fact.
survive on my own.
No,
I
you've never
survived on my
survived on
own
your
in
own.
Florida. I
but
survived on my own in Florida. And
You
you know
have
why I
never
hate them
survived
so
on
much?
your own,
Faith,
Faith.
You
Faith,
know why I hate them so
you ended
much?
up in the hospital. You
But
ended up in the
listen,
hospital.
but
And then
listen, I
in the
was
nursing home. No,
happy.
listen.
You were
In the
happy?
nursing home, in the nursing
I
home,
wasn't
you
happy in the nursing home, but in
but
Florida,
wait, I'm
I
not done.
was.
I'm not done. I'm not done. In the nursing home, you said, you told Nicole that you could go, you were going to go out and get Starbucks, and you were going to go do that. Then you said, I can't find my way out of a paper bag. I can't use the GPS and I can't use my wheelchair at the same time. So you're putting a lot of your I can't go anywheres on your parents, but it's also on you because you're not having the guts enough to go
So
out there and do
how
it.
did I go to Austin when I was there?
Because your dad drove you.
Faith,
No,
I'm telling you, I'm just
he
telling you,
didn't drive me.
I'm telling you
went-
what you said in the nursing home. That's
Hold
all I'm
on.
In the
saying.
nursing home, I went to Austin by myself
She
Right,
went
but
on
then there
her
was a
own.
missing persons report from that. Because
because they filed it.
because you're not supposed to be out on your own. I've already said this before. You not being changed all day, that's not right. That's not right to you and your health, but that's also not right to the common spaces and people around who are having to, accommodate that as far as moving away or things like that, or, telling their kids, not, because kids say crazy things. Kids say crazy things.
Okay, Alex, I want to ask you a question, and I'm really curious to know this
Okay.
answer. Um, if your daughter was disabled and she said, "Hey, I need a break," if she got older and said, "Hey, I need a break," wouldn't you allow her to get a caregiver?
It's called respite care. You can ask
Listen,
your caseworker.
I have a brother who is disabled with your same disability, and he spoke this tune to me for a year. And you know what I told him? I told him exactly what I'm telling you. Suck it up. Life's tough. Get a helmet. You cannot put this on me. I'm sad that you're handicapped too. I want to sit next to you in that. I'm sad that you can't go out on your own. I want to sit in that with you. I can pray along with you, but I cannot be the one responsible for you when you leave and because you want this so-called break. I offered him things such as program, all the things that you have. I offered him things such as program. No, I'm not going to have a respite giver who's not going to wipe his butt and he's going to tell lies too. And then, oh, I'm not getting this at home, because Elijah used to do that too. He used to say all these weird, crazy things about me. And then APS comes to my house because he says he didn't eat. He's choosing not to eat, but he's telling people he didn't eat. Okay, so now they're coming. So no, now you can't have a caregiver, and that's honestly probably what your parents are afraid of. Which is something I didn't want to say on here, but that, like, that's
I've
the
never
realness of
had
it.
a caregiver,
Is you
though,
talk,
Alex.
Faith, you talk so much bad stuff about your parents. How are they gonna like trust someone else to come in
Because I
and you
wasn't
not say
like
that to
this
them,
last
and then
year.
APS comes in, and then it's a situation like that.
Well, look, I wasn't like this a year ago.
No,
and I
you
still
weren't, which
asked
is
for
why
the
I'm
But it
same
doesn't
thing.
have anything to do with your parents.
Of course it does, because they won't let me have a caregiver. Even they
Faith,
need a break.
everything has to be your way. It can't be your way first. You, like I've told you in the past, you have to do the right things to get your way. You cannot snap your finger and say, give me, give me, give me, give me.
Mary.
They've given you money, they've given you advice, they've given you love, they still give you care, they still give you, out to eat, all these different things. You have to do some of the work too. Like you can't just demand and demand.
Didn't
Why
they
can't you go
say?
to Why can't you go to program then? If you need a break, why can't you get out during the day and go to your
I'm
day
saying
program?
I'm doing that, and that's great.
Faith, weren't
But
you? They agreed to the caregiver last year, and you wanted a male caregiver, and they were not comfortable with that.
Okay, and then I said, let's get a female one. And they still didn't do that, because they always say, if you want a caregiver, you cannot stay here. Okay, and you may believe that or not, but I
Hold on. I'm going to call you out on this one real quick. Hold on. Pause for a second, because I know for a fact that back in November, Eric and Tay came and saw you. They took you out. They did all types of stuff. They visited you. You were crying. Y'all had the best time ever. And not on top of that, you also said that it was one of the best experiences you had. Then you turned around and all that shit happened afterwards. And there was another point. Hold on. There was another point. You sat there. I'm going to come back to it. I just had a brain bubble. Sorry, my ADHD is kicking in, and it's a lot of information. And I'm 110% advocate ADHD.
Look,
brain
I
bubbles.
feel you on that.
Brain bubbles. But there was something else that you stated that, what was it? God bless it.
Even if they are saying that you're not allowed to stay there unless if you want another caregiver, so basically you're saying that they still need to, so that way you can have fun, simple fun. They're supposed to take care of you for free.
I'm not
They're supposed to
asking
deal
them
with
to.
all this type of drama for yes, mom, because you're telling them to get more and then not even get a little bit of compensation for it, so that way you can have fun. You think that's fair?
For a week?
Faith, you didn't say it's for a week. You said, and yes,
That's
okay,
when I
yes,
said
yes.
a
You know what? No, I'm not even
caregiver,
gonna go around. I'm not even gonna go in circles with you. Yes, for a week. Why should they not be paid? I wouldn't want to go to work and not be paid for a week. Who here would want to go to work and not be paid for a week? So that way your boss can have
when I told
fun.
you they went to California and didn't tell me? They didn't get paid
It's
for
their
a
right
month.
though, Faith. It's their right, because you weren't there, because you chose to leave. So then they did what they wanted to do.
Don't they deserve that? Don't think about it. If their life is based on caring for you, right?
I got a question. There it is. Okay. So what's the difference in them leaving for a day or a week or a weekend and doing something without you? Does that make them a bad person? Yes or no?
If they don't tell me, yeah.
Okay, telling you is one thing. Okay, well, here's my other question. As a parent of a disabled child, if I want to go out with my husband on a weekend and go to the lake and do something, and I don't want to tell my kids about it because they're going to get jealous, feel felt out or whatever, and I get a babysitter and I pay my babysitter so I can go have a break from my life as a normal human being, is that wrong of me?
So you're saying if you hire a babysitter and say I'm leaving for a weekend, you're saying I'm leaving for a weekend? Did those words come out of your mouth, or
Yeah.
did you
Hey,
just say
I'm going to go over
leaving?
it. I'm hiring so and so. They're going to come by and they're going to have a fun time with you this weekend. Mommy and
This
Daddy are
weekend,
leaving.
exactly. You tell them. You don't tell them everything, but at least you fucking tell
Faith,
them.
you didn't live with them.
Faith,
You
you were
weren't
in a
there.
nursing home for 30 days. Your
Now that
parents
is
have a
there.
completely
right.
different. If you're somewhere else and you're not living with them in that moment, no, damn no.
They
You
don't
it's
owe
not
you
your
that.
right.
No, but they know how badly I want to get out to California.
So hold
and
on.
guess how I found out? On a GPS.
Okay, so question. So you were worried about them leaving for a weekend and not telling you? Is that what I'm getting at?
No.
Well, you
I
were,
was,
but
I
were,
was upset at
No.
them.
no, but were you worried because you didn't know where they were at? They did not tell you, and you found out in the
No.
GPS.
No,
I
she's
wasn't
saying she
worried
was
at
jealous
all.
at the fact that she's been trying to get to California
Yes.
so she can cause the damn hoopla and try to stay out here, and she missed her opportunity.
Yep.
And because they left without her as soon as she left the house because
Well,
they wanted
boo
to visit
freaking
family.
who? I'm sorry,
They-
but the world does not revolve around you. You're not the
And
princess.
I
they
never
didn't go
said
out to
that.
have fun. But Faith, they didn't go out to have fun. They took care of your grandmother.
That's
But
even
they
worse.
did. They went to California to see my mom's sister. And
Yeah.
go out
But
in
Faith, let's be
Galveston.
real. The reason that they don't take you is because they know the scene that you're going to try to cause to stay. That's the thing. And asking everybody and their mama, can you stay? Can you stay? That's the reason they won't take you. That's no one else's fault but yours.
You're
So
making
you
it
have to
seem
be
like it
real
was.
about that.
You're making it seem like it was this vacation where they went to the beach and they did all this fun
But they
stuff without
did.
you.
Even if
Okay,
they did,
but
so
Faith,
what?
you're 28 years old. They're allowed to.
Of
Then
course
instead
they're
of spending
allowed to,
money
but
on
just
other
like
people
Brittany
on
said,
TikTok and gifting people, save your money up and get one of, like, that's the thing, is if you would stop screwing over your friends, I would have
Yep.
taken you to freaking Disney. I would take you to
First of all,
California.
yeah, we also invited Faith to California. So,
and
what
I
I'm-
know, and I want to go.
Well, then quit the shit show
but
and
you
the
didn't want to
drama.
delete Big Daddy from your chat.
Right.
What does that have to do with anything? You don't
Everything.
know
It has something to do with everything. You don't know
Everything,
either.
because
Wait,
nobody
wait,
wants to be
wait,
around
pause.
drama and negativity and a pick
You don't know him either, Faith.
25-8.
You don't know him
yes, I do.
either.
I talk to
No,
him
you don't.
every day.
So what?
Every
That doesn't
day.
mean you know him. That doesn't mean you know him.
Faith, do
How
you
do you know
realize?
someone then? Do
do
you have
you-
their social security number?
Do you realize
Well, then
you
that's
could
a you
talk?
problem for giving people your personal information.